Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and like my videos for more ZeeWorld updates. So the last time about Once There Was a King, Grandma threatens to kill Kokila if she exposes the truth about Swarna's pregnancy. Savitri follows the lady who comes to a mud house secretly and shuts the door from inside. Savitri opens the door and goes inside. The lady comes to a room where Pujari had been hiding. Savitri was shocked to see him alive. The lady says that she did everything to save his family and showed his death in the eyes of the world. The Pujari says that he is tied by the burden of that secret. The lady tells him that she cares for nothing. She only wants him and her son to be alive. She would arrange for the document and soon they will leave this place. The lady leaves. Pujari wonders how he must tell her that the burden of the cliff event is too much to hold. The king was caught at Savitri for not caring about him. He sits in the car to go back, then comes out saying that he cannot even leave her alone. Savitri opens the door and enters. The Pujari was afraid and asks her to leave. Savitri says that what is important to know is who the fourth person on the cliff was on that day. Pujari says that he doesn't know. Savitri says that he is the Pujari of the Kali Ma still lying. She knows what happened that day with Gayatri. Hiding a truth is also a sin. She asks who the fourth person on the cliff was. Pujari says that they are influential people and he and his wife and their child will die. Savitri says that she promised him that nothing will happen to them. Pujari asks what is her words to give him protection. Savitri says that the maid might not have the words to hear the truth, but the Queen of Amrakot has this right. She introduced herself as Queen Gayatri Devi. Pujari smiles and asks if she is alive. Gayatri says that she is alive. She took this attire to know the truth. The savior is greater than the killer. The goddess never want the good to bend in front of the wrong. She came in to inform Savitri to save her husband. She needs to know the whole truth. She asks him who was there on the cliff. Pujari looks at her. The king comes to Pujari's house and finds it locked. Pujari says he cannot ruin his life and his family's life. Gayatri asks if he has faith on Kalima, on Nasvarati. 9 Devis are prayed for, and he has to help her. Her husband thinks that she tried to kill him because he is shown what he is being shown to him. It is better she dies forever, but he will be a witness to her death today. She takes a knife from the wall. Pujari throws the knife away and apologizes to her and agrees to tell her the truth. He narrates that he heard the fire bullet noise and he saw Grandma hit Gayatri and threw her off the cliff, and he did not understand what is happening. Gayatri was shocked to hear Grandma's name. Pujari says that he was about to come for help, but he heard the noise and he stopped there and then. Gayatri thinks if Grandma was behind all this, she again lied to them all. She thinks that not anymore. She cannot bear it anymore. Pujari says that he came to know that the king lost his memory and he did not know whom to share this burden. The goons has been wandering around his home, so he compelled to his wife to play his death. Gayatri requests the Pujari to come to the palace and tell the king about the truth, and she promised the security of his family. He says that he will tell the truth only if he finds his family to be safe. The king finally gets into the car and drives a little way. Savitri comes from the front. He comes out and asks why she unheard his call. Savitri wishes she could tell the king the truth, but this wait will be over tomorrow. He asks her to get into the car and drives. Lakan asks Gayatri what she is saying. Gayatri says that the king's mother's suspect was right. Grandma is behind all this. Grandma was shocked to hear this all. Gayatri says Grandma tried to kill her. Lakan asks Gayatri to tell the king about it. Gayatri says the Pujari would only give this verdict when he is sure that his family is safe, and she gives the responsibility to Lakan. Lakan assures her. Grandma thinks that Gayatri knows the truth, and she will now remove the line between the truth and the lies, and she thinks that now Gayatri will never know that Grandma was aware. Grandma asks her man not to let the Pujari reach the palace alive. In the palace, Savitri prays in the temple. Savitri asks for the strength to prove herself innocent and fill her head partition with cinder again. Grandma and the king notice her leave. Savitri turns around feeling someone was stalking her. The king comes behind her and says that he feels that she is hiding something from him, and what is it that she cannot share. Savitri asks him not to question her this time. She cannot tell the truth and she doesn't want to lie. She was dying to know the truth just like he is, and he must trust her for once today. She will come up to his expectations. Grandma pointed at his man from the balcony to go behind Savitri. Savitri travels in a cart. Lakan stood with the Pujari. Grandma's men awaited them and come there with an idol. Gayatri prays in front of it, so does Lakan and the Pujari. One of them attach a time bomb in the cart. Pujari thanks Savitri for taking his wife and his child to a safe place. Gayatri assures that he is also safe now. They get into the cart. Swana prays for the strength to protect her child. The king prays that he is unaware of the game being played, but he is attracted towards Savitri. Savitri, Lakan, and the priest comes in the cart. The king wonders what relationship he has with Savitri. Savitri takes the king aside to speak to him. Savitri thinks that today she is bringing him all the answers. Today their family will be united again forever. The king's mother was worried in the jail. She was afraid and restless, and she feels that something is about to go wrong. She prays for Gayatri's safety. Lakan says that today, he prays that she gets what she has been struggling for. The cat enters the palace. Grandma thinks that Gayatri will now burn in coal. No one can save her today. Everyone hurries towards the blast scene. The king was the first to reach there. He finds the cloth pieces and wonders and cries Savitri. Savitri comes towards him from the front. Grandma, who was happy till now, was left in shock. Lakan and the priest also comes. Lakan has stopped the cat. They all went down to pick the beast from the counter when the blast took place. The king goes to Savitri and knocks her. Grandma tells her man to shoot that man before he speaks the truth. She says she will bring Savitri's truth to everyone before she tells the truth to anyone. In the hall, Savitri says to the king that he was never told the truth about that day on what happened on the cliff. Rajeshwari asks the king not to listen to her. Grandma brings a pot filled with water and says that she will throw it over Gayatri's intention. The king's mother holds her hand from behind and says that this water is less, but it is enough to end their game. The king was angry. Savitri asks the king to wait so that she can explain. Grandma asks the king not to listen to her. The king looks at her and asks her to speak. Savitri tells the king that many people tried to hide the truth in this palace, but their attempts were all ruined. Grandma's man takes gun against the Pujari. Savitri says that everything will come in front now. Lakan takes the man away with the gun. Savitri asks the Pujari to tell everyone what happened on the cliff. Grandma wonders where her man has gone to. Savitri asks Grandma what happened to her, if she has lost something. She asks the priest to tell the truth. The priest tells the king that there was someone else on the cliff as well, other than him, Gayatri, and Rajeshwari. The king asks who it was. The priest says that Grandma. They were all shocked. Grandma appears clueless. The priest says that Gayatri had shot him, but Grandma changed those bullets in the gun. He wonders what Grandma had said on the cliff, and he said that Grandma attacked Gayatri from the back, and she threw Gayatri off from the cliff. She planned to kill him and Gayatri along with Rajeshwari. The king was shocked, and he says to Grandma that he loved her more than his mother. The king's mother says that the king considered poison as a sweet drink. She not only betrayed him, but separated the husband and wife, but also separated the mother from his son. The king's mother accused Grandma of robbing her son from her. Savitri says that the story has not yet ended. His grandmother was sided by his second wife in all this. Savitri says that in the whole world, it is said that a grandson is even beloved more than a son, but Grandma proved everyone wrong. Grandma asks the king who he is trusting, the king's mother whom he sent to jail himself, or the priest who just has a story and no proof, and she asks the king who is he believing. The king says that he is believing Savitri. Savitri was happy. The king says that he would trust what Savitri says. Grandma asks how he knows that she is telling the truth. The king says that she has no reason to lie, because she will have no benefit as she has no relationship to either the palace or him. The king's mother says that this is the biggest truth. Savitri has a deep relationship to Armakot and the palace, and especially the king. Grandma says that she will wash this darkness off Savitri's face right now and spills the pot of water over Gayatri's face. The king was shocked to see Gayatri, so was everyone else. The king's mother shut her eyes. Rajeshwari asks if Gayatri is alive. Savitri was happy. The king remembers Gayatri firing gun towards him. He has a severe headache. Gayatri holds him. Grandma also comes to him, but the king pushed them away. And Gayatri says that this is the time to remember what had happened then, and she asks the king to focus. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like my video and also comment and even share, and also subscribe to this channel for more ZeeWorld updates. Thank you.